and you see things like the white party be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. They're hugging him from the front and the back and stuff.
Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet. All right, we're at a party, everyone's drunk. It's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol.
It's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
The internet is going wild right now, and Lil Baby is smack in the middle of it. At first, it looked like just another rapper switching up his image. But this was different. Baby shocked fans when he showed off his very first tattoos, and instead of choosing his arms, chest, or back like most rappers, he went straight for his thighs. Across both legs, he blasted 90s Baby in bold lettering, and he didn't stop there. On his lower leg, fans noticed a massive CBFW piece running down the side. It was extra surprising because Baby has always been against tattoos. In interviews, he repeatedly said he would never get ink, explaining he wanted to keep his image clean for business and his kids. Fast forward to 2025, and suddenly he's rocking thigh ink, hiking up his shorts on stage, and even pairing it with a pink designer belt. Instagram comments blew up instantly, people calling it strange, calling it staged, and some flat out labeling it an industry humiliation ritual. Then 50 Cent jumped into the mix, claiming these sudden changes weren't random at all, but part of a much bigger game. According to him, Lil Baby's new look traces back to one infamous moment, Michael Rubin's all-white Hamptons party. And that's when this entire story exploded into something way deeper than tattoos. To really understand the drama, we have to rewind to summer 2023. That's when Rubin threw his ultra-exclusive all-white party, an event crawling with A-listers like Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, and Tom Brady. But the spotlight landed on one photo, Lil Baby, caught in the middle of a hug sandwich between Rubin and NBA player Kyle Kuzma. Soon after, another clip went viral showing Rubin hugging Baby from behind like they were best friends forever. At first, people laughed, but when 50 Cent posted the picture with captions like, "See, this is why I don't go to no puffy parties," and "Get the feeks off my young man," fans realized he wasn't joking. He was warning. From there, the internet started digging. They noticed Baby hanging out with Rubin on private jets, posing in suspiciously close photos, and appearing at his events again and again. Then, old clips resurfaced. Meek Mill hopping like a bunny on a tennis court after losing a bet to Rubin. James Harden massaging him courtside, even Drake embracing him like family. One by one, these funny moments began to look more like a pattern. People asked, why does Rubin, a billionaire who's not in the music industry, always show up around young rappers at the exact time their careers explode? And why do these moments almost always look humiliating? Lil Baby eventually had to respond because the whispers weren't slowing down. On Lil Yachty's podcast, he admitted the memes about him and Rubin bothered him so much that he actually asked Rubin to pull the security footage from that Hamptons party just to prove nothing shady happened. He said, "Bro, we in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing." But even as he defended himself, his tone revealed that the rumors were really under his skin. Baby doubled down, saying Rubin was a positive influence in his life, though he couldn't quite explain how. That only made fans more suspicious. To them, Baby's denial sounded forced, almost like he was protecting Rubin instead of himself. Meanwhile, Rubin tried to dismiss the viral photos as ridiculous, blaming them on too much drinking at a 13-hour party. But fans weren't convinced. Because every time Baby posted another photo with Rubin, every time he rocked those new tattoos, or styled himself differently, the comment section filled up with the same accusations. Humiliation, ritual. The industry owns him. This ain't Baby anymore. What was supposed to be a defense ended up fueling the theory that something bigger was happening behind the scenes. This is where things really get dark. The more people looked into Rubin, the stranger his influence seemed. At every turn, his name was linked to bizarre moments in hip-hop culture. Fans remembered Meek Mill saying he had to bunny hop because He lost a tennis bet, but critics pointed out how humiliating it looked for one of rap's biggest names to be hopping for a billionaire on command. James Harden's shoulder massage, Drake's emotional hugs, every clip stacked up like puzzle pieces. Rubin claimed it was all harmless fun, but skeptics saw something different. They compared it to what comedian Cat Williams once said in an interview about Hollywood parties. Williams described hidden rooms, strange rituals, and industry players testing who's willing to go along to secure their spot at the top. That's why Rubin's parties raised so many eyebrows. No phones, allowed VIP-only areas, and always surrounded by rappers, athletes, and celebrities right as their careers hit their peak. Fans began connecting dots, suggesting these weren't just parties but private tests. Moments where reputations could be controlled, favors could be earned, and leverage could be gained. And with Lil Baby's sudden tattoos, pink belt performances, and viral photos, people began to wonder if he'd just been initiated. So who exactly is Michael Rubin, and why is he always in these conversations? On paper, he's the ultimate self-made billionaire. Born in Philadelphia, he opened a ski shop as a teenager using his bar mitzvah money, flipped it into a sporting goods empire, then sold his company for billions. Today, as the CEO of Fanatics, he controls licenses with the NBA, NFL, MLB, and more, with a net worth topping $10 billion. He's powerful, successful, and connected to nearly every major sports and entertainment figure alive. But that's what makes people uneasy. Why would someone with that much power and money be so focused on rappers? Why is he throwing parties that feel more like secret clubs than casual gatherings? And why do rappers who hang around him suddenly find themselves with career boosts, sponsorship deals, and award nominations? Theories swirl that Rubin uses his wealth not just to connect, but to control, giving rappers golden opportunities in exchange for loyalty and maybe even public humiliation. Whether you believe the ritual theories or not, one thing is clear. Lil Baby's career shift has sparked questions that won't go away. And as long as Rubin stays in the background while rappers like Baby take the heat, fans will keep wondering, is this success story real, or is it the price of fame in disguise?